Hello everybody and welcome to Purple Table Tarot. My name is Robin and I will be reading for Gemini today. So Gemini, we are going to be looking, it's a special reading for Leo season based on the Strength card, okay? So we're going to be looking at your higher self, your current situation, what energies are you receiving from your higher self and imbuing into the situation and integrating that. And then what are you receiving from your base desires, your base self, and how are you integrating that? Okay. Then finally, we will be looking at the 4 feet of the lion. Actually, we will also look at the heart of the matter, the heart of the lion. Okay. And then we will look at the 4 feet of the lion. What is at your base? What is at your foundation? Okay. And how are you integrating those energies in order to move forward? All right. So this is for Gemini. And keep in mind, Gemini, that these are general readings. If it fits, fantastic. Like, share, and subscribe. Do all the YouTube-y things to help this channel grow, as this is a free reading. And so that's the assignment. And the energy exchange is real. And so please, like, share, subscribe, comment. Okay. If it does not resonate, no big deal. Take what resonates, leave what does not for somebody else. And check your other zodiacal placements. Okay? Okay, but this reading is for Gemini. This reading is for Gemini. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages today. I realize for Aries and Taurus, I didn't invite Spirit in or respectfully request, so I want to thank Spirit for the previous 2 messages and invite them in to give a message to you, Gemini, and to send my gratitude. All right. Okay. This is for Gemini. This is for Gemini. This is for Gemini. Okay, bottom of the deck energy, we have the Queen of Swords. So, Gemini, there you are, okay? And you are not suffering fools. You are not suffering fools today. Not today. All right, so your higher consciousness at this time is the Judgment. So you have made a decision, or you're about to make a decision that is quite life-changing. You may have found yourself at a crossroads or about to find yourself at a crossroads, okay? And there's a decision that is a part of your higher consciousness. Like, what is this decision about? What does your intuition tell you? What does your higher knowing tell you? All of that, okay? So the current situation and where you're at, this has to do with your long-term stability, your 10 of Pentacles, your commitment, all the things, all the tangible things. Okay, that's what's at stake here. That's what's informing this decision. Okay. Now, what are you receiving from your base? What is it that your id wants? How is the id influencing this decision? How is the id influencing what you're going to integrate and tame to, into your core sense of yourself? And that is the 4 of Pentacles. So there's a part of you that doesn't want to let go to whatever it is, okay? There's a very youthful, maybe lustful, perhaps afraid kind of interior that's also informing this, is like, no, I don't want to let this go. I can't let this go, you know? But that's what you're considering, all right? That's what you're bringing up from the bottom. What are you bringing from the top here? When it comes to the judgment and the decision that you need to make with regard to your tangibles, your commitment, your life, your long-term stability, what we have is your sense of happiness, your sense of wish fulfillment, your sense of getting back to yourself. The 9 comes after the 8, right? And so when we find ourselves in this energy, we're trying to get our groove back. We're trying to get our groove back. We're trying to get back to ourselves, you know, and we might not be showing everybody else our internal experience, but what it is that we want to project, and it's kind of a fake it till you make it energy. You know, you could be putting on a happy face right now with regard to the decision that you've made. And you're doing this for yourself. You know, you're doing this for yourself. This is what kind of judgment, what kind of decision am I going to make and this is the energy plucking down from that and then integrating it. How are these two going to integrate? And then we have the High Priestess. That's the integration. So you're really trusting your intuition with these combined energies. You absolutely see how you're rigidly holding on to something based on the fact that this is connected to a very base desire place. But you're also very cognizant of the fact that you just want to feel good again. And you're like, I've really lost touch with myself. Really, how do I get back there? And so these two energies, it's like, I feel like you're still working this out. You're still working this out with the High Priestess here. And whenever she shows up, it's like our guide has arrived, right? Like, if we heed the invitation that the High Priestess presents, then we are going to be doing some work around our emotions, around our psyche, around our shadow, just around ourselves and how we love ourselves and what do our feelings tell us about where we've been and where we're going. And, you know, I really do feel like this reading the energy so far is getting back in touch with yourself. Getting back in touch with yourself. Because something has shaken up the sense of stability here. You did need to make a decision on this situation. You needed to make a choice, judgment, okay? Now, the heart of the matter, as it stands right now, you're having a hard time. You're really in your head about this. A lot of worries, a lot of different ideas coming up about how to work this. You know, you may have weighed so many pros and cons when it came to making this decision, right? But ultimately, what is at the core of it is, okay, what's going to make me happiest? Like, how am I going to, you know, instead of being in my head about it, because a lot of times when we are in our head about things, we're trying to navigate the situation from somewhat of a codependent place based on, oh, well, if I do this, then it'll have this result with this person, and then I'll look like this, and la-di-da, like trying in an effort to control the outcome. You know, like trying to cut anything off at the pass that could go wrong. So a lot of times this energy is connected to self-preservation and also the preservation of other people and other things involved. And if we're trying to take all of that on, of course we're going to feel like this. That's too much. That's way too much pressure to put on oneself. So the invitation here is look at what you're holding on to very tightly. What is it about this energy? What is it about this thing that you don't want to let go that feels as though it's all that you have? And is that true? right? Is that true? What is it that you give to this that you can take with you? You know, are there parts of this that you can keep? Are there, well, you know, or do you have to release the whole dang thing? You know, and with all of this, how do you get back to yourself? And so that's where you do this work. Thinking about those things. You know, those journal prompts here. And another one, like, what is going to help? What has really spoken to my spirit in the past? What is it that I haven't done in a long time that I used to really love? Let me give that a try. Does it hit the same? Or is it just like, yeah, no, I've outgrown that? Stuff like that. Okay. Okay. So then at your base here, we have the Two of Wands, kind of more decision energy. We have the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So what I'm seeing here, so we have at the very base of the reading and at the very top of the reading, we have a sense of decision making, a choice, one or the other, crossroads energy, okay? Having to do with our long-term stability and a commitment, okay? And a truth was revealed. So the truth was revealed at the very base of the matter. And this truth, and keeping this truth in mind, is actually going to completely help you in moving forward. Because one of the things that keeps us stuck is when we make assumptions or we feel very convinced that we know how the other person is thinking and feeling and whatever else, right? And so then there's a lot of in your head energy when you can't really quite get an accurate temperature of like your surrounding circumstances and people, because you're being dealt with perhaps on a very like inauthentic way. So it's an inconsistent way. So it's really hard to like get a good read on what it is, the messages that you're receiving. Okay. Now here, the Knight of Pentacles and then the Queen of Pentacles. So this really could stand for, this is what I'm seeing from this. The Knight of Pentacles is somebody that moves quite slowly in whatever direction that they're headed in, okay? And I feel like when it comes to judgment and weighing pros and cons, being at a crossroads, we're really trying hard to use our intellect to tell us, you know, what to do. We're weighing that out with what we like are like, no, but no. I really like, ooh, like this id, this pleasure, this thing, whatever it is that was so delicious at the core, at the base desire, you know. I really want to hold on to that, but you can't. You know that a decision needs to be made. So, before I digress any further, the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like you have been in this, you've been really grounded in this awareness for quite some time, okay, Gemini? And you've really been moving slowly towards this decision because the judgment is in your higher consciousness, in your higher knowing. You knew that there needed to be a choice, right? And so you've been really moving slowly in that direction. And now we have the Queen of Pentacles. So it's like this is a progression from the Knight to the Queen. So whatever decision that you are about to make or have made is for your growth in a forward trajectory, in an upward way, okay? This is also an invitation for self-care at this time, really pouring into your own cup and only giving as much as you authentically feel able to, okay? Trust your bandwidth at this time. And whatever it is, however you decide to show up, is absolutely going to be enough. Okay? But what this is saying is that right now you need to show up for yourself. You need to show up for yourself. Because this is a difficult energy to feel like you're stuck in, right? And what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing a Gemini that's like, yeah, I've been kind of wrestling this. I've been going back and forth about this for quite some time. But I know the truth. I know the truth. And I'm not going to suffer fools. So I'm going to bounce. Right? Yeah. Yeah. So with this Gemini that I'm looking at here today, you are absolutely in alignment with this situation. You're completely in alignment with the situation. And I do feel that with these two energies kind of struggling and also working together, it's like there can be both energies, right? Because there is something that you're being invited to release because you've been holding on quite tightly. And this is coming from the id place. This, finding your happiness, is a direct line to your higher self and your higher consciousness, which is connected with the Judgment card, which is the decision that you have to make. And so, this could be a painful decision on some level because we have the High Priestess here, but it is also a decision that you've made and integrated these two things, and you're trusting your gut and your intuition around the whole dang thing. So I feel like the more that you are in touch with your emotions and your psyche on this level, then the stronger your intuition is going to be, that whatever decision you're making is the right one, is absolutely spot on the right one for yourself. Okay? And I do see you moving forward. I do see you taking in this and leveling up, to be fair, and really keeping in mind the truth of the matter. Okay? Okay? So let me go ahead. I don't know if I want to clarify. Like I've been I'm not going to clarify. So that's what I have for you for the tarot portion. Go ahead and put in the comments, because I feel like when I read these energies, if you're listening to it and it's resonating, then you'll know what I'm talking about, right? You'll know what I'm talking about. If a truth has been revealed, then the truth has been revealed. Okay? You do know that you've been in your head about something. All right? But that's the thing. Once I start pulling clarifiers, I just go down the rabbit hole, and I really want these readings to be under 20 minutes. So that's what I have for you for the tarot portion, Gemini. I feel like it was definitely comprehensive. And for the Geminis that I'm looking at today, you'll know exactly what this is about. Okay, so let's go ahead and get your animal energy. Bear, or grizzly bear, power. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Intuition. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. Absolutely, Gemini. Absolutely. Oops. I'm so funny with these silly camera. Apex predator, man. I told my sister one time, I'm like, if I get reincarnated as an animal, I want to be a bear. And she's like, ooh, apex predator. I'm like, I don't know. They just seem like really invulnerable to me. Just like, ooh. So yeah, call on your inner grizzly bear, Gemini. For real. Okay. The other thing that just came to me from the tarot portion is that you could have had another night, or not another night, you could have had another person in your, at the base of this decision, because we do have a couple up here. We have a partnership in up here, and you know, one of you is the Queen of Pentacles, the other one could have been acting like a knight and just like taking their sweet time, and you're just like, no. So that very well could have been a part of this too, when it came to this decision that you're making and the truth of the matter, you know. Confiding in a friend. Today I will remember that it's okay to talk about the issues that bother me. It is by sharing these concerns that I will move beyond them. I will trust myself to choose the best confidant possible, someone who will not use my disclosures against me and who will give me healthy feedback. Yeah, very important, because anyone who uses your disclosures against you to make you feel shame or anguish or humiliation is not somebody who deserves to be in your energy, ever. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and look at this. Surrender. Surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decisions. Nice. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. What is this whole thing about? Absolutely. Boop. There you go. Okay, Gemini, that is what I have for you. I really hope that this reading helped, and I will see you next time, and help me grow the channel. We grow this together as a community, so do all the YouTube-y things, and I greatly appreciate that. Okay, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.